Yo, what's going on, guys? Tank here, coming in for a Battle of Wits run. So I actually did this, I think, 2 or 3 times, and I realized, you know what, this could definitely be a no-item run. Like, the only reason I had died really was, like, bad super attack placements. But besides that, like, this actually is a pretty clean run. I have it also sped up a little bit. It's on a 1.2 modifier, right? So it's not really fast, but it's a little bit faster, and I do that because there are moments where I'm like thinking and deciding, and it's just cutting that down because this is, you know, I think it was like almost like a 30-minute just gameplay video, which is just super long, right? I don't know if people really are watching. I mean, definitely on my videos, I don't think anyone watching think that long, but so go over the team build a little bit. The main person I want to really speak about, because everyone else, I think everyone is pretty comfortable with, right? So, the 3-year int Vegito at the end there, right? Really good because turn 6 or later, we get their heal. So it's a full heal, really helpful with, you know, getting this no item done. The leader, obviously, they're fantastic. They're healed, they can show super attacks. Vegito Blue, he's going to be really solid once we actually get him to transform. But until then, he's no one special. I typically would be floating him off if it wasn't for where the attack placement just happens to be right there. So the one person that I want to bring up that I think is just became very valuable is Piccolo. Now that is Piccolo. He's rainbowed and no links, but he has been sitting there for a long time, never used. Like he was quite useless for me. Now we have a really good value. I would confidently say, if there are any other missions that come up in the future where I actually can use this character, right? So, for instance, Namekians. I don't see us getting a Namekians team. I could see us getting a Worthy Rivals team. That would probably be the easiest run, actually. He's the leader. You'd run 2 of him. Android Cell Saga. I could definitely see us getting that as a mission. Bond of Master and Disciple. Let's take a look at what that team has actually looked like now. After the anniversary, yeah, it's... Before the anniversary, not so much. After the anniversary, yeah, I could definitely see a team like this working quite well here. Final Trump, absolutely. Prodigious Warriors... See, that mixes with Kamehameha a lot. Prodigious Warriors by itself is a no-go. So there are definitely some teams that he's on that might come up actually where he will get some more use here. So what he mainly does that makes him so valuable, along with him stacking defense, he also shows you super attacks while on rotation. So anytime he's on rotation, you will automatically know where any super attack is going to be for that turn, right? So the way that this event is made, it's weird. Like there's no confirmation, I guess, of this, but it seems to be like there's a very large gap between the amount of damage that is dealt as a normal attack and then the amount of damage that's dealt as a super attack. Like, it is tremendous. I've had units take double digits from a normal attack, and then type neutral, they get supered, and I die. Like, over, like, 600k dead. And I'm like, holy shit, I thought I was fine. Like, guess not. So right here, right, we see where that super attack is going to land, right? So I know I don't put Vegito. Now, this rotation is fucking what you want, dude. It's phenomenal. Because you can make so much use of Piccolo's stacking that where he's going to keep gaining defense and he'll be able to protect. And then you can safely, 100% confidently place Vegito Blue in a slot to get counters and absorb damage. Because his 80% damage reduction, he will not take damage from anyone. I think when he goes into the last fight with type disadvantage, I think he does take a little bit more than double digits, like 1,000. Which for him is crazy, right? Like, that is actually insane. But he does take a little bit more than double digits, I think. But either way, you can very, very confidently place him where you want and don't have to worry about anything. Trunks here, after transforming, which I believe was that turn 3 or something, he will start to stack his, I think it's attack and defense. Let me double check on that one. I think it's attack and defense. Where is he? Tech Trunks. There he is. Trans. transform into future. Yes, it is attack and defense that he will continuously stack. And then we even have his active skill, which I actually don't think I use. The only thing you have to worry about with his active skill is his defensive stacking that he has just carried. Like, it doesn't like carry over the way it should. So once you transform him, now he will deal a insane amount of damage. However, you may now die because he doesn't like have the defense he just had. So that's more of a in this type event, that is a final blow type deal, right? Like, you're going all out like for the kill. Again, I would just suggest not doing it because his defense is going to be so high. It's not like that big of a deal. So the first Goku, right, that we just killed, the STR one, he is okay. He's moderate. Now, the problem you're going to run into with the STR one, and then the AGL, and then the 4th phase Super Saiyan 3 one, they all lower defense, and that is by far the most fucking annoying, frustrating thing. Because you get hit, and it happens, I swear, every time. You'll get super first, it lowers your defense, then he hits you with the normal attack, and then the normal attack does, like, 3 times as much damage. Does it say how much he lowers? It lasts for 3 turns. It can stack. It is not clear how much he does, but it is very annoying that it makes a very big dent in your capability to tank, for sure. Look at that, Vegeta Blue is just gonna do so well right now. I love him. Okay, so you get through the first phase, the STR one. He's not that bad. After him, like, immediately, I would say it jumps up, right? So, if you have an int unit, right, which is type disadvantage to the physical stages, like, you're in a bad spot. Like, I'm gonna record after this one, my corroded body and mind, and that was actually the biggest problem, is it wasn't even the ending, it was the 2nd and 4th phase. So that was the biggest, that was the hardest stages for me, actually. But with his Battle of Wits team, it's just so, like, look at this, like, I literally can't die. And if I'm using items, or if you're using items and you have a team like this, you don't even, you'll never be in a position, like, where you're gonna get fucked over. The only scary part is gonna be your 2nd rotation, right, the other one. But even then, like, if we pop that main ability from the LR Goku and Vegeta, and we could see where super attacks are, that kind of one negates Piccolo a little bit. But, it is only for 10 turns, so if you do that early, which I would suggest not doing because they're better defensively when they're untransformed, if you do that transformation, it's only 10 turns, which this goes on longer than 10 turns, man. You're gonna be in this fight for a long time. The defense that these fucking bosses have is absurd. So this, I believe I do, is a little bit of a cheat code. So we go for the fusion. So I can see where the super attacks are, and I close it out. So I can see the super attack was in slot 1. Now I go back and I keep them untransformed. They are way better defensively than when they transform. So a little bit of a cheat you could do there. I'm sure that will probably get patched at some point, but until then, it is not. So we can put Trunks there. Now again, the damage in this stage ramps up so fast. Like, our defense is not that high, but you know, it's as good as it's gonna get right now. But that's the issue with most of your stacking units. Unless they're AGL at this phase, like, you're going to get cream pie 320k. You just don't get enough time to stack your attack and defense at the rate that the game is going to increase its damage. It just doesn't work. I mean, I'm sure it's on purpose, and I'm sure the next meta is probably going to be units that greatly stack defense, right? Because these units are just raising, and there's a big difference. So that's why, like, Gohan is so good defensively. Besides him guarding, he greatly raises his defense and his attack. So probably going to run into a new meta soon of units that are just uber defensive, like insane, and they're gonna blow this away. Turn whatever turn this is, I can't even see it, but we get our heal. Turn 11. Yeah, dude, these fights go on a long time. Turn 11, and now I can clearly see there are no super attacks. While he does link better with the other fused fighter, we put him there for those 2 attacks. Piccolo would not take a lot of damage, but I do want to just get as much damage as possible. Now, if we crit, it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it will do something. So, yeah, like we're doing literally nothing with these counters. Yeah, it has to be a crit. Their defense, for all of them, like every fight, their defense after stage 2 is so ridiculously high. It's absurd. Lowering defense is actually not the worst thing in this like mode, because their defense is just so high that unless you crit, like, you're just not getting through it. So we can get some big heals right there. We're starting to build up Trunks' defense pretty nicely. Vegito Blue getting his defense in there, because, you know, he will keep stacking. Not stacking, but he keeps buffing himself, right? His attack and defense. What is it? 11 attacks? And he's just consistently dealing like 4 or 5 million attacks. That's very good. Yeah, 7% attack and defense up to 77. So he needs 11 attacks, which is very nice because he has a guaranteed double super, making it, you know, just that much faster for him to max out. Definitely an advantage he has over Gogeta. So again, bam, no issue, right? Like, I know exactly where I'm gonna put him, and we're good. Like, this is the issue you run with any other team, actually, where you don't know where the super attack is. This can go from, this is very dramatic, right? So Piccolo gets supered, look at that, nothing, 50k. I laugh at that. If Vegito in the middle got supered, instant death. If Goku and Vegeta at the end got supered, I don't think we would die, but we would be nearly one shot. Like, just about to fall over and hit the ground. So this is actually a sigh of relief, right? Once you get past the Golden Grade Ape, he has to be the worst out of all of them. Him and the Tech, the final phase, the one after this, I swear, they ensure to attack the only person you don't want to be attacked. Like, you would see this, right? And you would see, like, oh, I don't know, let's say there was, every attack was in the first slot. Every single attack was, and then there's one attack in the last slot. You're, like, I swear it's on purpose, your floater is gonna get supered. It's happened too many times that I'm not suspicious. So yeah, very, very tough event. I mean, sure, I guess that's a good thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little indecisive. The Battle of Wits was actually fine. So I think my problem that I have with this game mode is really not so much it's not so much the game mode or how difficult it is. It's the missions that I'm trying to complete it with. The teams are so fucking terrible. At this point, I have completed. Oof. Let's take a look. I have, like, I think 3 more to record after this. I have to record Giant Ape Power, Connected Hopes, Majin Power Absorption, and Corroded Body and Mind. So I got a lot to record, actually. And they were okay. The Corroded Body and Mind, like, that was literally just not a fun run to do because the team is such ass. Even Giant Ape Power, I mean, the team was okay. For a team that had no stacking units, that actually was okay. Oh shit, yeah, I just realized actually no one on that team stacks. The Connected Hopes one was quite interesting. I want to say the most fun was probably the Majin, the Power Absorption team was probably actually the funnest one to run. Or Battle of Wits. Battle of Wits is also really nice too. But some of the team choices are just bullshit. Like, I think that's probably my biggest issue, and that's not even the game mode. That's like their decisions on and I understand they want you to summon, but dude, like, you just can't even you can't even attempt it if you don't have some of these leaders, and that's like really sucks for people that don't have them, and I think that's unfair. But I guess, man, it is what it is, right? I mean, this is their game, and we're just playing it. But we are moving along quite nicely. So I go for this, right? I always do this, especially where if I'm on this rotation with Vegito Blue. I want to keep him on so we can keep building up. and he has built all crits for me, so he will do good damage if he crits. It's just see, look at that, right? Like, I would have not put Vegito in slot 1, but now I know not to. I could put, I think I put Trunks there, and I want to keep Trunks on. I need him to keep stacking, so it's like you kind of get married to your rotations a little bit, which is sometimes a bad thing. That's in some of my runs in the past of just other game modes, that has usually been my downfall, is getting married to the rotations that I've set. But we can get a big heal with Trunks right there. So watch, Vegeta's gonna take a lot of damage because he hasn't supered. Never mind, 50k is really good for type disadvantage, because now he's gonna raise his attack and defense once, twice, and possibly a third time. No crits. Yeah, 3 times. Now I'll take double digits. Dude, Vegeta's fucking insane. Oh my goodness. I can't wait till there's a game mode that has Gogeta. Maybe I should just do a Kamehameha build or something. There we go. We get supered. We knew this was coming. But he is okay. Type disadvantage, only taking 160. Like, that Trunks is still very good to this day. In long events. In short events, not so much. Alright. Moving along quite nicely. I'm basically just hoping to get a large amount of either tech or a large amount of fizz orbs as my main way to heal. So look at this. I know exactly where it is. No issue. I can put him there, bam, no damage. Moving on to the next round. Like, very, very safe. Try to get as much orbs there, try to get the kill before Vegito gets hit at the end. So I'm really just asking for a crit so we can get that health down a bit, but obviously it ain't happening. Even with the crit, that didn't even move. He's barely moving, it's insane. So this is good. Keep in mind, it does raise Piccolo's attack, so he gets an extra 30% buff. And look, hey, Vegeto's putting some work in, actually. We're getting that health down slowly but surely. And I think that's enough for Piccolo to actually get the kill before we get supered. Now, of course, if we got supered, really not much to worry about, but I'm trying to save every bit of health possible. There we go. We get into here. Do it again, right? Toss it up. Try to see where the super attack's going to be. And then we're able to play off that. I do think I keep him transformed this time. I think I keep him transformed. Yeah, because now I'm at the point where I want to... I'm not going to go past 10 turns here, you know? We're gonna kill him before that ability runs out, and I don't want to be caught in a position where I have this rotation, but I don't know where the super attack is. So that's the thought process on that one. And I am nervous because I don't know how much damage he's going to take at the end. But, dude, before supering, taking 18k, dude, that's really good. That's really good. There are not many units this good, you know? So, no more slander. I'm working on his links now. He's not full length level 10. He's, at this time of the video, he's very low. I think he's like 4s or 5s. But now I'm getting him up there. He's almost done. So we get supered. Now this super attack is absolutely fucking devastating. So to take 171 is absolutely insane. The only person I've seen tank that is Deborah. Deborah in the Corroded Body and Minds run is next video. Or next 2 videos, whatever. In that video, he was able to tank this Super Saiyan 4 Goku for double digits on a super. But he had 670 defense. So, 670,000 defense. So, insane. So, I was actually quite surprised that Vegito did very well. So now we have to make the decision, right? Like, I can't put Goku and Vegeta there. I don't think they won't take it as well. I gotta send Piccolo off the rails, which is a little annoying, because now he's gonna be gone for a while. But this is why we made our decision to do the Vegito heal, so at least we'll know where super attacks are. We can minimize the damage. We're doing fine, We're making some good headway, and then Piccolo, Piccolo's I don't think Piccolo takes double digits here. Oh yeah, crits make all the difference in the world here. So, oh wow, he's taking 100. That's yeah, he just tanks so well. Vegito blue, man, the Vegito, Super Vegito in the middle, very good. What is this? Is this double digits? No, I don't think it is. Look at like 100k, 150. 275. Okay, I did not remember that. So even with all of his stacking, right, 20 turns worth of stacking, we are still taking an insane amount of damage. I think I go for Vegito. I don't know. Oh, I'm trying to see who's gonna do more damage. I think Trunks does because he has a higher base damage. I am wrong, but I think I give the Dokkan attack to Trunks, thinking he would do the most damage. He doesn't. I should have put Vegito blue up front. Now, keep in mind, he does not have his 50% chance to dodge in the third slot because dodge is canceled. So this was a bit of a misplay. Obviously, it doesn't make too big of a difference, but I definitely should have put either Vegito Blue or the Int one. Trunks should have been the last person, actually, to be put on the Dokkan attack. But he had the highest base stats for his attack. So I thought he would have had the biggest attack stat, but he does not. God, he just tears through this rock and roll. I gotta make probably Gogeta just his own video in general. He's just so good. So yeah, unfortunately, because I off-rotated him, we ended up not even getting to use his active skill. If I had used it there, we actually would have just won. I wouldn't have even come to this turn. So I reset the app like 3 times here because it's 12:30 in the morning and I'm like not thinking. So what kept happening in my mind was Goku at this moment, it hasn't happened yet, but he does have it says a 9% chance to evade. And he hasn't dodged like a single attack yet, so I'm like, wait a minute. Normally, I would just have, whatever, like, that would have been fine him at the end, because I'm like, yeah, he's gonna die before I get there, clearly. And then I did the same exact mistake twice. So I'm gonna reset the app again. But my thought was, watch he fucking go on a dodging spree and super attack me at the end and I die right at the end of my no item run. So that's why I am doing this, because I end up changing it and I put a safer unit at the end to make sure I don't die from one hit. It doesn't matter in the end, but that is what I was afraid of and why I was playing around with this. And I also was curious to see how much Vegito would take before supering. So before supering, he takes 50k. That's not the best, but before supering, that's not bad because obviously, you know, he takes double digits after. So that ends up being the Battle of Wits run, though. Pretty clean, pretty smooth. Piccolo, probably I'm gonna make the MVP here. Very important. But thank you all for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.